Hey everyone, Ben here at the end of 2023, which has been a big year for sim racing. Every single sim has undergone changes and improvements, released new DLC or introduced new features, but which deserves the title of the most improved sim in 2023? Well, in third place I'd put rFactor 2. Behind the scenes shenanigans with motorsport games may be continuing, but if you focus on the core experience of rFactor 2 in terms of content and racing options, 2023 has been a very decent year for the sim, probably the best in some time. We've had the grid of BTCC cars completed, including up-to-date regulations and liveries, new content like Long Beach, improvements to physics and the AI, a new photo mode and cinematics, improvements to loading and even to the UI as well. And most excitingly for me, we've seen the new integrated online system powered by Race Control, Brake Cover 2. Currently in beta, it has the makings of a fine built-in ranked racing mode for rFactor 2, including matchmaking by skill, progression through licenses, a safety system and special events as well. I just wish it didn't take quite so many repetitive races to get through rookies. So all in all, whatever the future might hold for rFactor 2, given the various licensing issues associated with motorsport games, 2023 has seen some great additions to the sim. Before we get to revealing second and first place, this is my first video since hitting 10,000 subs on YouTube, and I want to say a massive thank you if you're one of those who have subscribed. And if you're not yet subscribed but you do enjoy the content I'm producing, why not consider joining over 10,000 people and clicking the sub button too. Right, on with the list. In second place, I'd put iRacing. Yes, I know iRacing is already a behemoth, but the steady stream of fantastic content, improved AI racing, UI improvements, a new damage model, improvements to grass and gravel physics, rescan base game content and much more means the title continues to significantly improve with each passing quarter. Particular highlights for me include the arrival of the LMDH class to the sim, alongside the LMP3 and Super Formula classes, and awesome new tracks like Motorland Aragon, Jerez, Willow Springs and Mugello. In fact, despite it being frequently chaotic online, driving the Super Formula car this year has been one of my favourite sim racing experiences ever. It's also worth mentioning that although these aren't disciplines I tend to race in, oval racing and dirt racing have also undergone significant improvements too. And I also appreciate that the base game content has been significantly boosted with the arrival of the Formula Ford, Virginia Speedway and a full rescan of Okayama, providing new players to the sim with more quote-unquote free racing options than ever before. We've also had new types of ranked races introduced, like the Ringmeister series, where the track stays consistent for a 12-week season, but the car classes available rotate. And we've seen a new deal with the FIA providing a new kind of regional online competition in the Formula 4. In fact, had rain arrived this side of Christmas, there's a very good chance iRacing would have won this prize. But as it is, we'll have to wait until at least March before we see truly dynamic weather in the sim. And so the title for Most Improved Sim in 2023, according to me, goes to Automobilista 2. This game has divided opinions since its launch, and there's no doubt that it's taken a long time to get to where it is today. But 2023 has seen the most significant steps forward in terms of driving physics and feel yet. Before we get there though, what about the glut of new content, which has been insane? We've had the addition of more phenomenal historic tracks to the sim, like Bathurst 1983, Nürburgring 1971, Jerez 1988, and 1990s versions of Catalunya, Interlagos and Montreal. Nissan arrived to AMS2 in the Group C, GT1 and GT3 classes. The Formula Inter and Formula Junior arrived too, alongside so many new historic Formula 1 cars, both licensed and models inspired by real life, that I can't list them all here, but the recent additions of the Formula High-Tech from the early 90s are a particular highlight. Oh yeah, and Rallycross, new Brazilian stock cars, and a wonderful modern Formula USA inspired by IndyCar landed too. You've probably lost count of the number of game changer videos that YouTubers like me have done about AMS2 since its launch, but the progress made on the core driving experience this year is real, and although it's not perfect, I do believe this time around at least some of that hype is justified. Version 1.5 of the sim brought with it significant improvements to physics and handling across the majority of content in the sim, which has only been improved by subsequent patches and updates, which have also included significant upgrades to the game's AI and weather and live track systems. The core game elements may still be lacking in terms of offline career and online ranked racing, but the encouraging thing as we head in 2023 is it seems Reza are on the right path when it comes to understanding and upgrading the Madness engine, and that should be exciting for all sim racers. So that's my view on the most improved sim in 2023, but what's yours? Let me know in the comments and I will see you on the next one.